So next up in the peony parade is the corals, and the coral colours are all very, very similar. They're quite difficult to tell apart unless you're actually standing in the field and you know exactly what's in a particular row. So we have the darker one here, which is Pink Hawaiian Sunset, which is a stunning pinky corally colour, which is this one. And then when that opens, it's really blousy and it will fade to a more corally colour. And the Coral Sunset and Coral Charms do a similar thing, and they also fade to a coral colour. And so here we are with the corals, and this is Coral Sunset and this one is Coral Charm, but this one might be Coral Charm and this one might be Coral Sunset, and actually when they open it's a very fine line between the two. It's quite difficult to tell, and they both fade to a coral colour. Now the corals come in really, really quickly, and they also go out really, really quickly. So they're the, if you like, the second earlies. So you have Red Charm first of all, and then you have Coral Charm, Coral Sunset, and the Pink Hawaiian Sunset. We'll just pop those in the vase. We try to test one or two from each batch, so that we can make sure that there aren't any issues with anything, and that each of our growers is on target. We've got 4 growers around Lincolnshire and Norfolk, and they all have different varieties, and they have some of the same varieties as well. And yeah, we just we consolidate them all here, and then we send out to you lots of different colours so that you can have biggest selection possible. So this is, if you like, when you're buying from another country that's not, not British grown, you've got a VBN 1 when it's quite closed up, and a 2 when it's like this, 3 when it's like that, and a 4 when it's like that. So we'll just pop this one in some water as well. I'm going to use some Pro 2 solution on these, the Professional 2, and I'm just going to run a little test just to see what happens with the difference in the speed of opening, because it would be quite nice to know whether that would speed them up or not. Now generally with the corals we don't have too much of a problem with them opening. They tend to open very, very fast. It's quite difficult to slow them down. When we move on to the 3rd early batch, they're a little bit easier to manage, and you can put them in water and take them out of water to slow them down or speed them up. And of course they all like to be held cool. This is the first of the pinks, which is called Alerti. It's got some lovely fresh green foliage on it. Sounds all squeaky and fresh. This one was cut yesterday and has had a little drink, and now we'll be keeping it dry in the cold store so that it doesn't pop. Alerti is a bit of a popper. She likes to move quite quickly. That said, these ones are from beginning of last week. So these have been in water now for about 6 days. And she's not quite open yet. Now this pink, it's scented, you smell the scent. Can you smell the scent? Is that on camera? Yeah, can you smell that? It's got smelly vision. Yeah, it's scented, and it will be more scented when it warms up. And you've got a ruffle in the centre, and then this delicate petling around the outside. And these will fade to a white. We're still early in the season yet, so I can't show you the fading to the white, but you'll have to just keep an eye on our Facebook page, trade, at Evolved Flowers, and we'll keep posting the pictures of the lovely peonies as we go along.